been a pleasure spending time with you. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I hope you will be there for the rest of my life.
I hope you let my friendship be one of the things that you're learning how to let in. Forever, I'm here.
And how do I say this? Ariana is just weird and I don't like what's happening. They are acting crazy and it's really bothering me. It's like an obsession.
Cynthia's partner, Lena Waithe, just blew the lid off and started dragging Ariana Grande for allegedly sliding into Cynthia's lane. And social media is losing its mind over it. Fans have been side-eyeing that extra close vibe between Cynthia and Ariana for months, and ever since Wicked came around, their connection's been tighter than ever. Before we go deeper, make sure you hit that subscribe button. It only takes a second. Now, let's get straight into this messy story. Lena clearly had enough because, from her view, Ariana's been getting way too bold around her partner. But hold on, it gets even wilder. Lena isn't just calling Ariana out for showing interest in Cynthia. She's hinting that Ariana's been keeping things low-key with women for years. Apparently, Cynthia might not even be the first person Ariana's been accused of trying to take from someone else. That's a serious accusation. This whole situation is giving "you better watch your girl" energy, and it's getting messier by the minute. People have long joked about Ariana being Mrs. Steal Your Girl, but Lena seems to think it's not a joke at all. She's making it crystal clear. She's done watching Ariana get all cozy with Cynthia like it's no big deal. Now the heat is on because everyone's dying to know what exactly Lena saw behind the scenes that made her finally speak up. Whatever it was, it must have been intense. And truth is, this tension between Cynthia and Ariana didn't pop up overnight.
And really take care of each other, on screen and off screen, and just kind of have a really truthful friendship and a beautiful sistership that continues to grow and grow even through this press tour. Something's bothering her. She's gonna fix something. I know. She's getting the fixing itch that Cynthia Erivo gets.
It's not there.
Oh, thank you.
Fans have been whispering for months that something felt off during their Wicked promo run. The way they were always touching, laughing, leaning in close. It looked a little too locked in. People online couldn't help but say it looked more than friendly. That one viral holding space interview, the internet still talks about it. Viewers said it was too deep, too emotional, too personal, like a private moment the cameras weren't meant to catch. Things already felt strange, but then Cynthia and Ariana somehow made it even more awkward. During the new Wicked for Good promo, they turned that tension into a full-on routine. Every event had fans glued to the screen wondering what was really going on. Every glance, every giggle, every touch had people saying the same thing. What is happening here? Everyone still remembers that wild viral clip when a fan suddenly grabbed Ariana, right? Cynthia didn't even hesitate. She rushed in, wrapped her arms around Ariana, and held her tight like she was trying to protect her from the whole world. The internet went absolutely crazy over it because their energy looked way more intense than just two co-stars having each other's backs. Then came one of their final promo interviews. And wow, it only added fuel to the buzz. They couldn't stop talking about how they wanted to stay besties forever, saying it with this soft, emotional tone that made everyone watching feel like something deeper was going on behind the scenes. Viewers online were calling it strange, overly emotional, and even too personal. Like that whole "we're just best friends" thing was being pushed a bit too hard. But fans weren't the only ones catching that vibe. Reports claim Cynthia's partner Lena Waithe isn't here for any of it. She allegedly finds the whole dynamic between Ariana and Cynthia unsettling, and she's not afraid to say it. Word is, Lena genuinely believes Ariana's been trying to pull Cynthia in closer, and not in an innocent way either. People online are even whispering that Lena's calling out what she sees as Ariana's fake public image. According to those same whispers, Lena believes Ariana puts on that sweet and harmless act for the cameras. But once they're off, the whole energy changes. Fans have noticed how Cynthia acts almost overly protective of Ariana, reacting fast and dramatic even when Ariana does something small, like just coughing. And apparently, Lena's not letting that slide one bit. Sources are saying Lena truly feels Ariana plays up that fragile, soft vibe on purpose, just to trigger Cynthia's protective side. And honestly, after watching how fast Cynthia jumped in to shield Ariana during that fan incident, it kind of makes sense. Whatever energy Ariana's putting out there, it's clearly working. And Lena's got her eyes wide open. She's watching every move, convinced it's only a matter of time before Cynthia crosses a line she can't take back. Lena and Cynthia have been solid for years, but with Ariana in the mix and given her past patterns, that kind of history doesn't exactly scream safe zone for anyone around Ariana. When she sets her sights on something, or someone, it's like nothing can stop her. People can't forget how Ariana got tangled up with Ethan Slater while he was still married and had just welcomed a baby with his wife. That whole situation left a mark, and that reputation has been following her ever since. She's been accused more than once of getting involved with people who were already committed, and she's never seemed too worried about the noise that came with it. Let's be real. Ariana even dropped tracks like, "Break up with your girlfriend, I'm bored." And now everyone's side-eyeing her lyrics like they're confessions set to a beat. So yeah, the big question is, does Lena actually have a reason to be worried about Ariana right now? Insiders claim Lena's doing everything she can behind the scenes to keep things in check. She's reportedly setting boundaries, calling Ariana out privately, and pushing Cynthia to take a step back before things spiral even further. And honestly, who can blame her? That photo of the three of them together says everything. Cynthia's standing super close to Ariana. Ariana's grinning like she's exactly where she wants to be. And poor Lena looks like she just walked into a date she didn't even know she was part of, even though she's the one actually dating Cynthia. The tension in that picture is wild. Lena knows this situation isn't going to be easy to shut down, especially since she's been battling this same energy since the first Wicked promo last year. She made it clear back then that she wasn't feeling the weird tension between Cynthia and Ariana at all. She even posted a clip from one of their interviews with the caption, "I'm watching you guys on the press tour and it's insufferable." And that had people raising eyebrows instantly. Then she dropped another message saying, "Maturity in a relationship is when you catch your mind as it's creating a false story about your partner," trying to sound calm. But fans now think she was actually battling her own doubts the whole time. And honestly, who could blame her? The situation just kept getting stranger instead of cooling down. Things hit a whole new level when Ariana and Cynthia went and got matching tattoos. That single move sent the internet into full-blown detective mode. And then Ariana poured fuel on the fire by writing this long, emotional post about it saying, "My Cynthia, I will never forget a second of this time with you, perhaps the hardest laughs and cries of my life. Yes, you are undoubtedly the fiercest talent to grace the earth, but you are unimaginably an even fiercer friend. I'm so thankful for the incredible privilege that it is knowing and loving you." That message had fans screaming. People were like, hold on, is this still a friendship or are those lines starting to blur? At first glance, the tattoos could have looked harmless, maybe even like a sweet sister bond moment. But once you realize Ariana only ever does this kind of thing with people she feels deeply connected to, it hits different. Matching ink is basically Ariana's version of a love letter. It's her trademark move. Fans were quick to point out that Ariana tends to get tattoos every time she grows close to someone new. Remember when she was with Pete Davidson? Matching tattoos were basically their thing. They were constantly sneaking into tattoo shops, coming out with new designs every few weeks. Soft clouds, sentimental symbols, even one inspired by their pet pig. Each tattoo was like a checkpoint in their whirlwind romance, marking every high and low they went through together. So now fans are convinced Ariana might be running the same playbook with Cynthia that she used in past relationships. The pattern looks way too familiar, and people online are starting to connect the dots. But this whole situation gets even more layered than anyone expected. Some fans believe Lena's fiery reaction might actually come from how her own relationship with Cynthia began, and that's where things start getting real messy. People always say, you lose them how you get them, right? Well, that might be exactly what's haunting Lena right now. Here's the backstory. Lena and Cynthia first crossed paths at the Met Gala back in May 2018, and it wasn't just some quick red carpet hello. The connection between them was instant, powerful, and impossible to ignore. Lena later admitted she'd been genuinely thrilled to meet Cynthia because she already admired her talent. And that same night, Lena even had the honor of presenting her with an award. The energy between them was electric. From the very beginning, Lena was clearly feeling that spark, and honestly, it seemed mutual. But now, fans are starting to look back and wonder if that instant chemistry might be part of why this new situation feels so personal for Lena. It's almost like history might be trying to repeat itself, and she can see the signs before anyone else does. Things between these three just got way more complicated than anyone imagined. Not long after meeting, Cynthia went online and posted about Lena, calling her sis and saying they were basically glued together like they'd known each other forever. The post was full of love, admiration, and those extra long captions that sound a little too heartfelt to be just friendly. Fans caught on instantly, saying the vibe was way more than sisterly. It was giving something's definitely brewing behind the scenes. Then suddenly, Lena and Cynthia were everywhere together. Events, red carpets, private industry parties, you name it. From 2019 through 2020, the two were inseparable, always side by side, hyping each other up online like they were in their own little bubble that no one else could enter. Their chemistry was loud, undeniable, undeniable, and people were watching like they were witnessing a slow burn story unfold right in front of them. But here's the twist that always comes up whenever the new drama gets brought back to light. While Lena and Cynthia were growing closer, Lena already had a partner. Yep, she was still with Alana Mayo at the time. And that one detail has fans thinking Lena might be feeling this current situation with Ariana a bit extra because she knows firsthand how quickly emotional bonds can shift when the connection gets too deep. That's right, when Lena first started stepping out everywhere with Cynthia, she was still married to Alana. That's why people were side-eyeing their dynamic from the start. The timing was just too close to ignore. Soon after Lena and Cynthia began publicly praising each other and showing that tight bond, things between Lena and Alana started crumbling. Fast. They had just tied the knot, and within 2 months, the marriage was over. The breakup hit like a storm, and fans immediately started connecting dots. People couldn't help but wonder if Lena's growing closeness with Cynthia played a much bigger part in that split than anyone wanted to admit. Even though Lena and Alana tried to keep things polite and private with a calm statement asking for space, social media wasn't buying it for a second. Everyone online felt like something major had gone down behind the scenes, and way faster than anyone expected. So now, flash forward to 2025, and fans are saying this new situation between Cynthia and Ariana feels like deja vu, but with the roles flipped. It's like the universe is serving Lena a piece of her own karma, and the irony isn't lost on anyone. Ariana was married once, but that marriage didn't last long, barely 2 years before it was over. Then came her whirlwind romance and engagement with Pete Davidson, the one that completely took over the internet the second it dropped. That relationship burned bright and crashed fast. 1 minute they were all over the headlines, and the next it was done. People still talk about how chaotic that era was because it moved faster than almost any Hollywood love story ever has. So why does all of that matter right now? Because Ariana's track record says a lot. She's known for diving into deep emotional connections almost instantly, then moving on just as fast. And fans are starting to wonder if she's unintentionally bringing that same stormy pattern into Cynthia and Lena's relationship. People online are connecting dots, saying Ariana might be falling into her usual rhythm, getting too close, too quick, and shaking things up in a relationship she's technically not even part of. Cynthia's been out here shining, booked, busy, and keeping her name hot, but it was something small, almost subtle, that really made Lena start piecing things together. The way Ariana and Cynthia kept calling each other sis hit a nerve. Why? Because everyone remembers that same nickname from way back when Cynthia first met Lena. She called her sis, too. So when that same exact language popped up again, it definitely didn't sit right with Lena. Ariana's been posting all over Instagram calling Cynthia her proud sister. And sure, it might look innocent at first glance, especially since they've been filming together for years. But to people paying attention, it felt too familiar. That kind of phrasing, mixed with their tight bond, sounded like deja vu to the fans, and especially to Lena. It was like watching history replay itself, word for word. Then came Cynthia's interview with Elle magazine, and honestly, her quotes only made things spicier. When asked about the first time she met Ariana, Cynthia said, "I've gained a sister at this point. We speak almost every day. Both of us were blown away by how connected we were immediately. I remember the first day we got to come together. It was at director John M. Chu's house, and he played some songs for us, and we sang together for the first time. It's a very intimate thing to sing with someone. It was one of the most gratifying things to know that there was someone who was that open and available because she was, and that meant I could be as well." That quote had fans raising their eyebrows to the ceiling. They were like, wait, haven't we heard this story before? Because honestly, it sounded exactly like the way Lena and Cynthia's bond first started. Instant connection, emotional openness, and that spark that hits out of nowhere and burns bright. Now people are side-eyeing this whole situation like it's a remix of an old storyline. The same emotional intensity, the same affectionate sis language, the same deep creative bond. It's all there again, just with different players. Fans are saying Lena's not paranoid. She's just watching a scene that looks a little too familiar. And this time, she's on the outside looking in. With everything stacking up, the tattoos, the closeness, the matching emotional language, it's no wonder everyone's buzzing. It's starting to look like Ariana might not just be stepping into Cynthia's professional circle, but possibly her personal one too. And that's exactly the kind of storm Lena seems desperate to stop before it turns into something way bigger. That's exactly why so many people think Lena might actually have every reason to feel uneasy, because this whole situation feels like history playing on repeat, just hitting way too close to home. And to make things even wilder, new rumors are flying that Ariana is allegedly done with her boo, Ethan Slater. And if that's true, this story just got 10 times more chaotic. Ariana and Ethan had been dating for a minute, but surprise, surprise, they also met while filming. Yep, another on-set spark turning into a real-life situation. It's almost like the Wicked set had its own universe, because the behind-the-scenes tea just keeps getting stranger by the day. Fans swear the energy between that cast wasn't just friendly, it was chaotic. Now, people are saying Ariana might have ended things with Ethan so she could focus more on Cynthia, and that's wild, considering Ethan literally left his marriage to be with her. And if these whispers are true, it means he got tossed aside just as fast as he got pulled in. But the mess doesn't stop there, because Cynthia's already in a relationship. So if Ariana really is shifting her energy toward her, this entire situation's turning into a real-life soap opera. The internet's been cracking jokes saying this storyline is giving full-on Popular the drama remix. It's like the real-life sequel to Wicked that nobody asked for but everyone's watching. But here's the real twist. Lena isn't stepping aside quietly. She's allegedly ready to fight for her relationship with Cynthia, no matter how ugly it gets. Sources close to her claim she's gearing up to push back against Ariana every step of the way. And she's not afraid to play hard if she needs to. Some insiders are even whispering that Lena's willing to expose Ariana if things go too far, especially when it comes to certain rumors about Ariana's private life that have floated around for years. Fans online have long speculated that Ariana's been keeping parts of her identity on the low. Victoria Monet once hinted that Ariana identifies as bisexual, and ever since then, people have been wondering if that explains why some of her past relationships with men seemed mismatched, and why her connection with Cynthia feels so different. Now, that conversation's bubbling up again, and it's only adding more fuel to this fire. But Ariana's not sitting back and letting Lena control the story either. After months of staying silent while everyone speculated about her too close bond with Cynthia, Ariana finally decided to speak up, and what she said had people talking all over again. In an interview, Ariana addressed the constant touching, the hand-holding, and all those affectionate moments caught on camera, saying, "I channel a lot of energy through my hands. I'm always holding a hand." That comment instantly set social media ablaze. Some fans took it as a harmless explanation, saying that's just Ariana being her emotional, expressive self. But others weren't buying it at all. They think Ariana's using her charm and that soft-spoken vibe to blur boundaries while pretending it's all artistic energy. And with everything piling up, the matching tattoos, the emotional posts, the cis talk, and now this, people are seriously questioning whether Ariana's energy is crossing a line. Because to Lena, it sure looks like it is, and she's not about to let that slide without a fight. Ariana tried to clear the air by saying, "I'm always squeezing something. I'm always reaching for something. It's often who I'm with. I like to channel support energy, or whatever the thing is." But that explanation didn't exactly calm anyone down. Fans instantly called it damage control. And honestly, it kind of sounded like it. People were quick to point out that Ariana doesn't act this touchy with anyone except Cynthia, so the timing felt way too convenient, like she was trying to soften the story before Lena dropped something big. Now everyone can feel the storm coming. Whatever information Lena's holding onto, it's got the internet on edge because the tension between these three just keeps getting heavier by the day. Lena looks completely done watching Ariana cozy up to Cynthia, and the warning signs have been flashing for months. The hand-holding on press tours, the matching tattoos, the emotional captions, the proud sister posts that feel a little too personal. The whole vibe screams way more than friendship, and when you look at Ariana's history of whirlwind romances and fast emotional shifts, Lena's reaction suddenly makes total sense. It's not just jealousy, it's deja vu in real time. But here's where it gets really wild. Lena's reportedly not staying quiet anymore. Sources say she's ready to confront Ariana directly and even expose her if that's what it takes to protect her relationship with Cynthia. And when people say expose, they mean she might air out some serious tea, especially around those whispers that Ariana's been keeping parts of her identity on the low. Meanwhile, Ariana's still out here trying to do cleanup duty, but her explanations aren't landing the way she probably hoped. Every interview, every post, every hand energy comment is just making people talk more. With all these repeating patterns, the emotional closeness, the matching ink, the lingering touches, it's like the story's unfolding right in front of everyone's eyes, and no one can look away. The chemistry between Cynthia and Ariana is undeniable. The rumors keep stacking up, and fans are tuned in like it's their favorite reality show. This whole thing's exploding in real time, messy, unpredictable, and impossible to ignore. Everyone's waiting to see who makes the next move, because at this point, anything could happen. So what do you think? Is Lena overreacting, or is she catching on to something real before everyone else does? Should Cynthia set some boundaries, or is Ariana just being her usual dramatic and affectionate self? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't hold back. Smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with someone who lives for this kind of drama. You already know the tea never stops spilling here. So stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.